Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Bedwars video. I hope you guys enjoyed the last one. Today we're playing with 11 again. I hope you guys enjoyed that carry from last time. All right, so last time was a little bit of what was wrong with me. Today, another story time. Not really a story, kind of a narrative, I guess, which might be a synonym. Probably is. Let's see. Editor, check it. Editor's me, by the way, so don't worry, I'm not being rude to my employees. I'm just being rude to myself. We're talking about what I think is wrong with Hypixel and why it is a little bit less fun than it once was and a lot less popular than it once was. Now, you might be asking, who are you to judge this? And I am basically no one. I've been playing since Hypixel was created, though. My first time logging on was in April of 2013. So I think that gives me a little bit of, like, credit to say what my opinion is. Just to get it out of the way, everyone knows, like, or I guess not everyone, but everyone that plays knows that like Skyblock was kind of their biggest mini game, and most of what I'm saying to what I'm going to be talking about today isn't really affected by Skyblock. It's not the reason why Skyblock is a much smaller game. These people killed me last time, so now I'm going to kill them. It's not really affected by Skyblock. I think Skyblock is like a very good game. It's very interesting. I'm actually going to be starting a Skyblock series on my second channel, Limeless. So I hope you guys will tune into that. We might be streaming some and then uploading there. Need some people to join the Discord first. Oh, this guy earlier too. I guess I was just fought everyone. We're just going to walk around for a second here. I think Skyblock is mostly just affected by like the overall player base of Hypixel and more generally of Minecraft, the game itself. It's not really affected by some of the problems I'm going to be talking about today, but I think it's indirectly affected by them because as Hypixel gets like a decrease in players, then Skyblock is much less popular. Though to be fair, I haven't played a ton of Skyblock. I've only played a little bit, and that's why I'm going to be starting a series on it more, so maybe I'll have more to say after I start the series. But for now, I don't have a ton to say on it. Oh my god. I still think it's a good game, so we're not going to be talking about that. Mostly what I'm going to be talking about is the games I play the most, or at least have played the most in the past, which are Hypixel Bedwars and Hypixel Skywars. These are the Minecraft games I play the most. Bedwars, Skywars. To be honest, Skywars has been such a bad problem with cheaters that I've almost completely stopped playing it. I only ever really play it when I'm trying to record a video. It's not really but I don't really have fun playing anymore because almost every lobby you run into, you'll run into a cheater. And they're pretty blatant cheaters. It's not like you'll run into a lot of B-hoppers in Skywars, and it's honestly ruined Skywars entirely for me. I don't want to have to play. I don't want to have to run into cheaters every single game, especially not B-hoppers where it's just like ruining it. I find that Bedwars is a little bit better, but mostly it's pretty similar, to be honest, and I am actually having problems with it that I never really had before. Oh my god, please take KB. Take KB, thank you. Where I think Hypixel has actually had such a uptick in cheaters. I mean, you'll see that Hypixel is much smaller than it once was. Bro, what? Oh, he has a KB stick. Hypixel is much smaller than it once was. There's a guy, Ink, isn't there? Yeah. Hypixel is much smaller than it once was, and there will still be about, 20,000 people getting banned a week from playing. And you have to realize that that's a big portion of their player base. There's only 20,000 people concurrently playing right now. Like, this is not the time when they were having 100,000, 150,000 players on. They're still banning cheaters at this rate, which is honestly a little bit like insane and worrying considering how big of a population that is of cheaters. You have to realize that they're doing that. If they're banning 20,000 people a week, those people are in your games. And it's kind of a thing where people, if you're not a super involved player, you might not have much experience, but if you don't play a ton, you might not actually be in the know about this. But a lot of people cheat in Bedwars. A lot of people. It's really sad to play. And I'm not talking about the people that are b-hopping. Everyone can see the people that are b-hopping. That's obviously a cheat. You can't do that. It's not allowed. You can't, everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. There's no question. It's not like a matter of debate. B-hopping, clear as day. You see it once every 100 games or whatever. It's not a big problem. B-hopping honestly is not a big problem in this. It's a much bigger problem in Skywars, I'll tell you that. When you run into it in Bedwars, I mean, it's not like you only have one life in Bedwars. You can die in Bedwars and it'll be fine. You can report them, you can go to the next game, whatever. You only see them every so often, so it's not a big deal. Oh, there's only one white guy left. But unlike skywars, cheating in Bedwars is a lot more low-key, but it's honestly, it might be just as prevalent. People that tend to cheat in Bedwars only use like, they use some anti-KB, they use some light reach. It's pretty rare to run into blatant cheaters, so much so that you'll have people that play this game a lot, are nearly 1,000 stars, including my teammate here. Yeah, that's right, I'm calling you out. So when you watch this video, like, yeah, text me about it, complain. That will not know about just how prevalent cheating is. But everyone has an experience. Everyone eventually learns. Can I get this? Yes, I can. I'm the GOAT. There's a free final. Hi, what? Everyone eventually learns. I'm going to talk about my story here because I feel like it's going to be pretty enlightening. But I'll do that in a second. We're going to go over to Aqua first. Oh my god, there's a hole there. But you gotta know that, like, Bedwars, a lot of people just sit in lobby 1. They just want to be like, yeah, I'm dope. I have a 100 win streak. I have a 15 FKDR, which is my FKDR, by the way. I'm pretty dope. Like, that's what I'm saying. People, like, will flex with their FKDR. They'll flex with their win streaks. They'll flex with all these stats that they have. Pretty easy to see why people cheat in this game. And it's not just to ruin the game. It's for these stats. A lot of the high star players you'll see will be using these cheats. I'm going to talk about my like personal experience with it. And he was a very high star player, a very well-known player. I'm not going to like give him the recognition for it. I don't think we should encourage people to cheat by like giving them recognition. So I'm not going to do that. But I will tell my story about it. And I just think it's important to realize that a lot of the, like, just because someone's a high star, just because someone's a, like, they've been playing a long time, or just because they're a very well-known player, does not mean that they are not cheating. And I think, I'm sure the Hypixel admins know that, but I think they have to, like, take into account much more, because I have seen players over 1,000 stars that will queue with blatant snipers, that will queue with blatant hackers for days on end, for a long time, and they'll never get banned for it. They'll never get punished for it. It's disheartening to see. Yeah, so I'm going to tell my story. So, do they know? Oh, okay, cool. I'm so dope. Sometimes. Rarely, but sometimes. Does Green have a bed? Green does have a bed. So my story is, I'm not going to say his name, but I used to be playing a party of good players, better than me. I was by far the worst player in the party. But because I was a streamer at that time under a different name, it's not under this YouTube channel. It was when I was a few years younger. Lost access to that channel, but here we are. This is crazy. Die. What are you doing, buddy? When I was a few years younger, I used to play with this really good player. This player was, in fact, a leaderboard player. There were over 1,000 stars when it was not nearly as popular. This was like 3 years ago in the middle of the pandemic. Played with them every day for about 6 months. Eventually, 6 months in, I was really good friends with this player. I played with them every day. I talked to them for hours a day. And they helped me a lot with learning about YouTube, learning about my channel, and also just developing like an identity online. So they helped me a lot with that. I have to credit them for that. If they ever want to get back in touch, I will engage with them. But I have to be honest, and they know this. I'm not going to tell them something. I'm not like leaking something to them. After about 6 months of playing with them, they admitted to me that they were a cheater. They used reach. They used a little bit of anti-KB. At that time, I believe it was called velocity, where you would just go up instead of taking backwards knockback, and they would only toggle that on when they were going up against the team. That was really good. You know, when you play with someone for a long time, that's like, honestly, it did make me think. I was like, wow, this is one of the best players in the game. This player was number like 9 on the leaderboard for final kills. He was a very strong, very well-known player. Oh damn, I'm sure you guys will be able to decipher who this is if you really go back and research it, but I'm not gonna do any of that. So he admitted to me that he was cheating, and that really opened my eyes, because this player was one of those players that would frequently accuse other people of being a cheater, of using reach. And I'm like, okay, now like thinking back on all that, I was always like, I would always side with him. I would always report the people he said to report, because he's a really good player. He's much better than me. So I wasn't like gonna be like, no, I don't think so to him. I trust him because I just thought of him as a really good player, but I wasn't aware of how prevalent it was. I was like, no, he definitely just must be a little bit salty about these people. There's no way all of these people are cheating. But like, knowing that he himself was reaching, he himself was using anti-knockback cheats. If someone is reaching and then someone is outreaching the person that is using reach hacks, I don't think there's any way about it. There's any two ways about it. I think that just means that that person was also reaching. And so like seeing how prevalent it was playing like that. Ooh, maybe he'll get our bat. That'd be pretty cool. See, wow, he did. What a good guy. Not a good guy, but how good. But seeing him admit that he was reaching, and then thinking back on all of the players that I had reported over the years, made me realize just how prevalent this game is. Like, the people that will accuse the fastest are usually the people that are cheating themselves. They will know because they are cheating. They'll say, oh my god, if someone's actually competitive with me in a fight, then oh my god, they're definitely cheating. And I mean, the resolution of my story is I actually ended up recording him screen sharing him cheating and submitting it to the Hypixel admins, admitting that I played with him a ton and that he just revealed to me that he was a cheater, and he did get permanently banned. I know he got another account, but I never played with him again. He's no longer a leaderboard player. I'm sure he's another high star player. He's still out there, but I've never run into him again. Although that's not to say, like I said, he was a very good friend of mine. I would engage with him again if, like, you know, so I just want that to be out there. I don't want it to seem like, I just want to like talk about like a little bit like more about this problem. Like, that revealed how prevalent it was, but there are still players that will not be aware of how prevalent it was. Like, if you don't have an experience like that, which a lot of people do, I know my duo here had a similar experience to that, maybe not quite as blatant, but a similar experience where one of their longtime party members also admitted that they cheated. Oh my god, that was crazy. That was crazy. And they had a similar experience. And it happens. But before that, even just a few months ago, they were in disbelief at the amount of people. What the heck is he doing? What does that do? I have no idea what that does. That must be like a rotating item. That was weird. Let's see what is the rotating item? Snowman, unstable. I have no idea what that is. But yeah, if you don't have an experience like that, you might not recognize. You might just think that players are better than you. Now, like, especially for the average non, which I mean, nons aren't necessarily the greatest players. They're not necessarily the worst. I've played with a few good nons, never as good as like whatever. But oh my god. This guy couldn't hit me for a second. Pickaxe sharpness, yeah. But to be fair, a lot of nons just are not quite as good at the game. They haven't invested as much. Maybe they're a little bit younger, can't afford a rank. Like, all these factors, which will make it, like, when you're worse, it's harder to tell if people are cheating. If you're nowhere near the like skill ceiling of the game, then of the skill ceiling of the legit game. Oh no. Oh, wait as well. Yeah, they are rank. I see them. They're getting in the bad. I'm gonna die right now. It's very hard to tell when you're nowhere near the skill ceiling of the actual game. You will have no idea if it's just another good player or if it's a cheater. You have no idea, and that's what's very scary. Like, these people that are not good at the game, they have no idea who to report. They don't know, like, if someone's just really good or if someone's just using reach. Even if it's blatant reach, they might not know how far the reach is. They might just be like, oh my god, what a sweat. And you'll see that in a bunch of lobbies where people just, as soon as you join the lobby, they'll be like, oh my god, there are sweats in here. Oh no. But can I please just get a game without sweats? And like, yeah, I will admit there's somewhat of a problem with sweats in the game. But I think the problem that these players actually have, which they don't realize, they don't really notice the difference, is that the sweats aren't really the problem. Like, sweats is something achievable. There are a lot of these players that they'll think of as just sweats that are really just complete cheaters. In the experience with my friend was a leaderboard player. You know, he had cheated for years, for a long time. I played with him for months. I got thousands of wins, thousands of finals, thousands of everything that you could possibly, like, any stat. I was so much of what I played with was just a cheater. Like, all of those wins were basically invalidated by me playing with this cheater. I did not lose the stats for that account. I didn't migrate it to Microsoft, but I guess I could still probably get it. Maybe I will get it for this video if I can. Oh wow, this guy's here quickly. I'm gonna try to get some footage for this video so you guys can see just how, like, prevalent it is. Although it's gonna be hard. It's hard to tell. Like, I will be making accusations of people that it might not be super obvious. I mean, for me, like, there are some obvious players, like the lifetime cheater. He might no longer be on the leaderboard for duels, but the lifetime wins cheater for duels was a player called Shigettora, where he'd, like, maybe he's one lifetime leader. He's a very high lifetime win streak. Maybe one. He was either like 1 or 2 or something like that. His name was Shigettora. He played sumo duels and he was just blatantly cheating. I have a video of him, which I'll throw in right now, of a very high leaderboard player. This is not my friend, by the way. This is just another random cheater, leaderboard cheater that I ran into. And I mean, I reported him, and Shigettora, even though I reported him with his video, they did not immediately ban him. There was a video of him blatantly cheating in my games. It was so blatant. You'll see the video. Obviously, blatantly cheating. And if you don't think that's cheating, then you're one of the nons. Sorry to say. I'm going to try to put some example footage in here so you guys can tell what is cheating. And I think it might also be important for me to tell you guys what reach might look like. No matter how good someone is, they're not going to be able to get the first hit on you every single fight. Or they're not going to be able to turn around. Like, if you're a better player and you know how to W tap, you know how to S tap, they're not going to be able to turn around every single W tap combo, every single S tap combo that you're doing. They're not going to be able to do that legitimately. To do that, you need to have reach. You need to be able to hit further than they can. The only way that a legitimate player can get longer reach is with a combo, or make it feel like it's long reach, is with a combo. You can't just reach. Or in one of my games earlier, one of the players was just breaking a block from further than I could break a block. They would have been able to break the block above that one while I was standing on it. And I was like, okay, well, that's obviously not legit. Like, this is like blatant. How can Hypixel not tell that they're breaking a block from further away? That should just be an instant ban. And I don't know what the solution to this is. Personally, I think it's probably getting more people. I don't know if Hypixel pays their mods. I don't think they do. So why not just enlist some more people to specifically review games and have like the all-seeing eye? I know that they have the Atlas. They have the Atlas thing, but that's honestly not good enough in a game like this. Like, make it so you can get some people that are trusted, maybe the highest ranked Atlas players, or the people that do Atlas the most, who have the highest percentage, and ask them if they would like to be like a moderator specifically dedicated to managing cheating. The clout that comes along with being a server staff is more than enough to encourage people to take part. Oh wow, they both died. And I think that would probably go a long way to solving the problem. For me, it's really like disheartening to see. It really frustrates me in a lot of these times, or when I'm trying to record videos, I want to record more Bedwars videos. I want to record more skywars videos. Just constantly running into cheaters is not fun. Oh, I missed. But constantly running into cheaters is not fun. I want to be able to record videos without running into cheaters. Even today, like even for the videos I've recorded today, I've had to do a lot of you can see my stats in the top right. I have a 5.33 FKDR, only a 0.7 win-loss rate. Like, I played 24 games and I only have 10 wins. Like, there are a lot of cheaters in this. That's not to say like I can't lose legitimately. There have been 3 games that we lost that were actually like no cheaters. It was not suspicious. They were just playing like annoying, or they just got the better of us. And I don't accuse everyone that kills me. As you see in these games, I've not been accusing everyone that kills me. You got to like take into account like this problem, and I'm gonna probably do maybe a better video on this at some point, but I think it really has been contributing to the death of Hypixel. But with that being said, I hope you guys leave a like, subscribe if you like this type of video, join the Discord, join the pinned comment, everything like that. I really appreciate everything from you guys, and peace out and goodbye.